everybody, Brandon Parker back again with another tutorial video, and this time this tutorial is going to be on Adobe Premiere Pro. So I'm going to be showing you editing tips and tricks on it. So some quick ways to edit on it, and just to get more into it, I showed you some coloring on it, a little bit how to color and stuff, and now I'm going to show you how to just cut clips together and edit them and add some text and stuff. So this is what I'm going to do, is show you what I've done so far. It's a little short thing. Okay, you see this where it's yellow and where it's on this line down here, where it's yellow and it's orange. You're gonna, if you ever come from a Mac, you know anything about Final Cut 7, it's similar to that, and I mentioned that before in my very first tutorial. That's what I like about this a lot. So what I'm gonna do is sequence settings. Okay, we're gonna go to sequence. Okay, no, not sequence settings, but we're gonna go to render. Okay, yeah, actually, render entire work area. Okay, so it's gonna do this. Okay, and to get rid of it so it doesn't lag or anything like that, so you render all your effects, and especially when you have multiple programs open, which you shouldn't. Especially someone like me, it's okay because I got like 32 gigabytes of RAM. I got a really good graphics card. And it'll be lagging because you don't have, it's not all green. So make sure this line is all green. There's no yellow, nothing but green. Green means everything is good and it should run nice. And with me, I could still play the clips without it being green because my computer's really good. It's really got a nice graphics card and all that stuff, and good amount of RAM for editing and all that. Because it's a gaming computer, but I also got it for editing because I wanted it for both, because I do games on my gaming channel and stuff like that, and I like editing because I'm in film school and I do all that kind of stuff, so I work with that. So this, okay. Okay, so that's what you do. Okay, I'm not going to show you all of it exactly because I'm going to start with the new one, okay, adding text and all that stuff. So we're going to go with the new project. We're going to save this the way it is. And this is just a test. It's not for anything special or anything. This is just for the tutorial. So I'm going to go to new, okay, project. And I'm going to show you all the settings you should get for a new one. You should leave this HD vid. Call it whatever you want. I'm going to call this tutorial 2, I guess. Okay. Yeah, tutorial 2, okay, and yeah, okay, wherever you want your files to be at, I just leave it as a default, and scratch disk, okay, just leave it as default, okay. Make sure you have enough room on your computer for editing, so you gotta make sure that you have a lot of space. I would say at least 150 gigabytes free of space, because it would help out a lot when you're editing. If you're doing anything with editing, gotta have a lot of space on your computer because it takes up a lot of room. And I notice that a lot with a lot of programs that I have, especially on Windows. It's like when you're editing, it seems like it likes to take a lot more space. Let's do DVC Pro HD, and this is, if you don't know anything about DVC Pro HD, this is mostly what nowadays MP4, so stuff like that, and MOV, all that stuff, which is more like Mac editing, like Mac format and all that stuff, Apple, QuickTime. But seems like today, especially with technology moving forward and everything with editing and YouTube being so popular and uploading videos, has gone to like 1080p, and I think there's a new one which is 1440p, I think, or whatever. So it's another step up. I ain't gonna ever do anything in that, 'cause that's just too intense. I go to 1080p for the max right now because everything's really good with that. So 1080p, 24 frames, because the reason why I do 24 frames is most movies are shot in 24 frames per second. You would only do 30 frames per second if you're doing a gameplay video or something like that, but mostly I'm in film, so I do 24 frames per second on most stuff that I'm editing and doing stuff like that. Not working with any gameplay footages that I've recorded or anything like that, so I'm just going to be working with just the movie that I showed you earlier. I was doing on Gladiator. I was just messing around with that, so just showing you a little bit on editing. So what we're going to do is we're going to import. So you're going to file, imports, what you want and where it's located. We're going to go to G, and we're going to go to movies. Okay, it's this one. Okay, and this is kind of compressed a little bit, so the quality is going to be a little bit bad. I know it's HD, but it's kind of compressed for streaming, and it's for smaller file size, so the quality is not going to be as good. You would want to have it lossless, or like make sure that the quality is not compressed or anything, so that the quality is all nice and it's crystal clear and not fuzzy. This is gonna have a little bit of fuzziness when I resize it. So I'm gonna go to my clip project here, and I'm gonna drag this on here. You put it onto your video, the first one, which is the one on the bottom. We're gonna keep existing settings, okay? And then it's gonna be, okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna go to where, just right into it, like 13 minutes in maybe. Or let's go like 11. Let's see, let's go 8 minutes in, somewhere around here. Okay, let's start 26 minutes in. Okay, right here, 6. Okay, somewhere around here. Okay, this is a good spot right here to start. Okay, of course this is Gladiator, you can see right here. All right, and this is Russell Crowe and Gladiator. All right, and all right, so where's that? Okay, it's back to here again. Okay, so it's not to the size. It's because it's a little bit smaller, 720p, so it's not 1080p, and it is 24 frames per second, but it's the size is not 24. So and it's a little bit compressed. You can see a little bit of fuzziness to it already. So what you want to do is either right click and go right here, and it's gonna we're going to, let's see, where it is, the scale to the frame. So you want it to be to the size of this. So it scaled itself to that. And if you want to get rid of the black bars, what you're going to want to do is, if anything that has black bars, if you want to get rid of it, you're going to have to resize it. You're going to go to motion and click on motion, highlight this, and it'll be gray, light gray, and it'll be highlighted. See that? Okay. So this will come up, and you're going to resize it. Okay. And like that. But now you're going to see, because it's gotten a lot bigger, you're seeing that fuzziness. And no matter what you do with the coloring, whatever, it's going to be really choppy, and it's going to kind of... So be careful with editing compressed files. Make sure it's not compressed, because when you're editing, it's got to be crystal clear and good quality. If it's kind of fuzzy, and when you resize it, and it should actually be 1080p to begin with, so that it doesn't come in fuzzy. So I would do 720 actually, but since I'm just I prefer 1080p for everything. But this is and this is compressed, so it doesn't matter if I did in 720, it's still gonna have that fuzziness. So okay. So we're just gonna cut here. So to cut it, the quick shortcut is either here in this area. You can get to it. This is the razor blade tool. Okay, and here you can press C to do it. So C will bring it up, or you just click on it and it'll go here. And B is to go back to this, and it shows you right here when you highlight it, and in the quotation right here. It'll say V. Okay, so V to go back to that, and C to go back to this. Okay, and the reason why it's gray, it has a line over it, because there's nothing to cut here. There's nothing here to cut, so that's why it's right there. But you can cut this. So that's what it's telling me. See, I can't cut there because there's nothing, and then I can cut here. So, and then you go back to V, and then you click on it and delete this. And it has an opacity thing, motion. You can, it has that opacity, okay, that, I don't mess with that really on here. I just resize it to whatever I want. So this is, what I gotta do too is I screwed up a little bit, okay, because I should have cut here too and got rid of the beginning, so that's okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this, okay, and drag it to where I want it to start, which is the beginning, of course. And actually, I'm going to like right about here, okay. And then if you want to get rid of the audio, because for most things that you're working with, if you're shooting your own footage off your own camera, anything like that, it's probably sometimes you shot it on separate audio, but it like if you shot it on a boom mic or something like that, and so it might have a audio track with it, or if you did it separately, whatever. But to edit the audio and get or separate it, I would do this unlink. Okay, I don't know if there's a short command for that, but just right click it and unlink it, and now you can unlink the audio and mess with the audio if you want. And since I don't really want it, because I don't own the rights to this movie or anything, I'm not going to have the audio on there or anything, and I'm just showing you a little bit of tips. There's really, it's already been edited already, it's already got the color of the film and all that stuff, so if I do anything coloring with it, with giving it a film look, it would be kind of pointless because it's already got the look that it wants, because the editor that did this, because it's the actual movie itself. But if I wanted to add effects to it, of course you go to your effects tab down here, and you go to video effects, and you can do color correction. I usually change color. You can change it, all this color stuff. This comes with Adobe Premiere, so brightness and contrast, I would leave it as is. It's fine. Change color if you want to change. Okay, say drag it onto here. Okay, and then any other clips that you add on there, anything else or footage that you shot, any separate clips that you have, just right click on this and go to copy and then paste it on the other one. Okay, so you go to copy, but I don't have another one, so I won't need to do that. But if you want to copy it onto another clip, just go to copy and then paste it. Okay, so I'm going to change the color of this to let's see, tolerance. Let's see, I'm trying to see if this does anything to change the color, because I don't see that it is. Mask. Okay, nope. Okay, using hue. This ain't really changing color. Ain't doing much. So what I would like color correction. I would like to color balance. You could balance the color. Yeah. Okay. See, let's try color balance. Reds. Let's see this. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Messing around with this. Okay, bringing it down, playing around with the color balance. Color balance is perfect for changing color. If you don't have any plugins, third-party plugins, okay, it brightened up the reds there. Okay, I want to have some more blue in there. It already has blue because of the way the editor did it, the actual editor that edited this movie. Already. Okay, you can kind of, if you want to change, you're going to have to, it takes a while, you're going to have to play around with this. I would have to spend a good 30 minutes just playing around with this, because I'm already wanting to get professional with it. And, okay, show some red. I want to have like that actual, like most action films or movies today. I say most action films or sci-fi films, they like to have that bluish, like darkest blue with a little bit of black. It's kind of black and a little bit, so that's what I'm trying to. It's really hard to change the color of this because it's already been edited, and this is the actual version. I don't got the original files where the raw and the color is plain. So because it's really hard to edit when it's already been edited. So I would be distorting it if anything. And since it's already compressed, I would be continuing to distort it more now. So make sure that that if you got a nice camera, a camera that is not and the files are not compressed, because if they're compressed, you're going to see some fuzziness and all this. So it's really, really, really hard to edit something that's already been edited. But so if you're going to be editing that's something that's already compressed or already edited, don't do too much changes to it, because you just be messing up more like I am now. See, I'm just destroying it more. Yeah, because it's compressed and all that stuff. But okay, so there's that, and this is it's full screen because I changed it. If you don't want it to be in full screen, you can go back and leave it. I would say leave it to the way it was. So we're gonna go back to here, and we're gonna go to effects control, motion, and I'm going to go down here like this and put it back to the way it was. Okay, just like here. Okay. And to make sure that, okay, yeah, just like this. And the quality is a little better now because it's smaller now. I made it a little bit smaller. Okay, so that's all right. I'm not gonna get too perfect because this is just a tutorial. Okay, yeah, you can still see a little bit of fuzziness, a little bit, and then I would have to play around with the reds, bring down some of the red. I'd bring it down. Yeah, show more blue, and I got a blue balance. Okay, we want more blue. Yeah, like that, and green, blue. Oh, more blue again. Okay, red. Let's bring down some of the red again. 250. Okay. Green. Let's see. Green on this. No, not much green. A little bit. To right about there. Okay. And okay, that's pretty close to how most films are today. They like to look like this kind of, and I'm not gonna do any more. I wouldn't even bring up the brightness on this too much because I'd be distorting it more because it's already compressed because it's MP4 format. So yeah, to make the MP4 is to make it into like if you want to share it on the internet, post it on YouTube. Most stuff that you upload, even if you don't put it in MP4 format for YouTube, it's still going to go into MP4 format because it's going to compress and it's going to have a little bit of fuzziness, but you don't really notice it too much when you're watching it on YouTube. You can barely notice it, but it's just a little bit enough to where if you really pay attention, you can notice it on almost everybody's videos that it's a little bit compressed. But the reason why you don't notice it too much if you're not really paying attention is because some people, the way they edit it still looks pretty good. So like now, if I was to upload this with the little bit of edit that I just did, it would be okay to watch on YouTube. It's not bad. It's not completely fuzzy. But if you're like trying to put this on DVD or get really professional and wanted to have a sweet look out of this, and like doing a professional movie, Hollywood, whatever, something like that, anything other than YouTube, it won't fly. It's too crappy looking, but it's okay for YouTube. It's perfect. So for YouTube, but for someone like me, I would still prefer to change it up a little bit. And okay, but that's all right. Okay, so enough talking and stuff. Let's show you a little bit more on this. Just gonna go to here on this. Okay, and let's add audio. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to file imports and imports. Okay, and I'm going to go to, let's see, audio. So we're going to go to here, music files, and I'm going to go to let's see down here, where is it? Pro scores. Okay, I got pro scores, and I'm gonna go to epic music and power action, and which one did I have? Krypton. Let's try this. Okay, I'm gonna try something different than what I had before when I first opened and showed you in the video. I'm gonna do something a little different. So let's go to project. Okay, and down here, the first audio one now, Actually, if I were you, I would put it to the second one. But since I'm just gonna copy this one, and I'm not gonna add any other video clips in here, and I'm just gonna be just copying this. So I don't. But I would usually put it to the second one since it would have it with it. Okay. So then I'm gonna see what this sounds like first before I do any more editing on it. Actually, okay, we're gonna get rid of this one because I don't want to mess with that one. We're gonna delete this and let's go to the other. I think I remember which one it is. Okay, so I'm gonna import. I think it's Goblin March or the battle. Let's see, Goblin March. Let's try this one. Okay. Yeah, this is what I had before. Okay, we'll go back to this because I don't want to use music that would get me copyrighted. This is Pro Scores. I shouldn't get copyrighted with this, even though this is a pre-made one. Okay, I shouldn't get copyrighted. Okay, so I'm gonna have to delete part of this because this is not a good spot to start. It is just a good spot to where the battle's gonna start soon. Okay, like right around here. Okay, yeah, right here. This is what I did before. Okay, this is the beginning of the movie, so I'm just showing you a little bit. Okay, C to get the blade tool. It should be B, but it's C on this. It's B in Final Cut. I don't know why it's not, because it's I call it the blade. Scissor to it. It should be a scissor icon. I don't know why if it's C, but anyways. Okay, back to V. Okay, and then delete that part. Yeah, so V. Okay, on this to select it, and then where did it go? I lost it. I gotta see where I went with it. It's kind of hard because I have this. Okay, there it goes. And then I would have to go here. Okay. Yeah, and it likes to do that a lot. And then go all the way to here. Okay, move it over. Okay, there it goes. If you have arrows on your keyboard, on the right side of your keyboard, the up, down, left, and right arrows, use that to move faster over. Okay, and then I would resize this so that I would make this a lot smaller down here so that I can cut this and get deeper. You just got to be careful because it'll. Okay, this, and then I'm gonna cut here, like here. Okay, and scissor this. Okay, or see that. Okay, blade. Okay, and then back to V on this, and then delete. Oh no, edit, undo that. I gotta cut this. It was too quick. And then V this to select it. Okay, and then go here, and then you can either add transitions. I would just do the jump cutting thing. It jumps to a blank spot on it. I would do this. And actually, I would, to get more precise, I would do this and then this. Now let's see. Hold on, I have to check again. Hold on. Let's do this and see this. See, it takes a little bit of time because, and for me, I'm trying to get professional with this, which I shouldn't be because this is just an actual movie that's already been edited. But that's just how I am. And actually, I would start it like right about there, and then go here with this. Okay, now let's see. And actually, I would go back again right here. And it looks, and it still looks pretty cool, but with like the coloring and all that. But I didn't really do too much with it on the coloring because too much coloring or any editing changes to a compressed file, I would just destroy it a lot more. And so I would make it really fuzzy and all that stuff. So make sure it's raw color, like if you got a camera, like you're shooting on a Sony F3 or any other Sony cameras or Panasonic HMC 40 cameras, something like that, or popular cameras for DSLRs are Nikon's Nikon 5100, 5100, yeah. And then there's of course the Canons. There's Canon T3Is, T4i, and the new one that just I've been hearing about is the T5i. It's pretty cool. So Canon's really up there. I would recommend getting Canon. If you want to get a Nikon for filming, I would do the top of the best one would be the 7000. I would do that one. Anything lower and it's getting consumer. Nowadays, Canon is surpassing Nikon. That Canon is really sweet for taking pictures and doing movies on it. Some people have shot on the T2 and T3i, and you never really realize in some independent films, like you thought they were shot on like cameras on the Red and stuff like that, and you thought they would be shot on that. And there's because that's how good they were done and edited. Shot. I'm not really sure exactly what camera, because back in, this was 2001, I don't know if Red was out at the time. I'm not really sure what camera was used to shoot this, but and then I didn't work on the film, so I don't know. So, but okay, so that's that, and so let's add one more copy. Okay, edit. Make sure we copy this. Okay, and then or you can do Control V to paste it, Control C to copy, and Control V to paste it. Make sure it's highlighted. Okay, and then we do this. Okay, something like this. Okay, and then we go here. Okay, there's a guy, he's doing this. He's getting ready to shoot it. Okay, you might want to do it here. Okay, and then, okay, C for that, and then V for this, to highlight it, and then go to here. Okay, make sure it slides over. Okay. Let's try to get it to go faster. Okay, there it goes. Okay, like right around there. Let's see how that looks. And like I said, make sure this is all green because it might be lagging for you. Since I got a really good computer, it's not lagging, but I would still recommend doing it. So go to Sequence and Render Effects in the work area. Okay. Yeah, because it would show up a lot smoother. Watching this, you don't really notice a difference because I got a really nice graphics card. It's an NVIDIA GeForce 780, GTX 780. I got that graphics card. So, yep. Okay, and I got 32 gigabytes of RAM. Alright, and okay. Which I've already mentioned that already, so. Okay, and alright, so you want to add text? Okay. What I do for adding text, like sometimes, me, if I'm doing like gameplay video or whatever, I would probably recommend, if you're gonna add like a watermark on your video, like most people, like someone like me, when I'm doing like gameplay video, I like to add a watermark. I would create it already. Like I would go to here, Okay, and I'm gonna import it because I have it created, but then I'll show you how to do it if you don't have Photoshop, which you should if you have Adobe Premiere, unless you illegally got a copy of this, then I can't help you there. But you should have Photoshop if you have the Master Collection, which is what I have. So I have Photoshop, and so I created it in Photoshop to make it easier instead of typing in all the time. So I'd go to right here. Okay, all my gaming stuff for my, okay, and this is that, okay. And actually, I made one for my, well, okay, hold on here. Let's go to, yeah, I'll show you this. Okay, and then you would drag it on here. It would be another video thing, and you can move this to wherever you want. To do this, you gotta go back to here, okay, and effects, controls, motion, and then you can drag it wherever you want. You resize it if you want. I might make it a tad bit, maybe, or leave it. I would see here in a second. Okay, I would do this. Probably maybe resize it a little bit. Make it a little bit smaller, not too small. Just a tad. Okay, right about there. Okay. And then for however long you want it to be on there. Okay, so for however long you want it to be on here, I want it to be to the entire song. Okay. And I'm gonna, but I ain't going to like completely drag it all the way over because I ain't gonna edit this entire thing to the song. This is just a tutorial. Okay, and that's what I would do. And okay, on that, you want text, or you can use it to do intros. You can like animate this if you want. Stopwatches on this, position and scale. Make sure they're checked. And make sure, like here, you have it, okay, here at the beginning, and then you go to effects controls on it, and you turn on this, okay, position and scale, okay, check that, and at this time, it'll start moving, like right around here, like if you want it to move up or down, go there, like that. Okay, but we're gonna edit, undo that. Okay, you can take, okay, yeah, it'll delete it. So doing this will delete it, the keyframe action. So I delete it because I don't want to move it. Okay, so you don't, or you don't know how to, or you don't have Photoshop or whatever, for whatever reason, which you should, or you just want to do something else, like add a different title, and you're not using a watermark. Okay, let's say title. You go to title, new title, default still title. Okay, it just stays there, doesn't move, no animation to it. Okay, with let's see, leave it like that. Okay, and then you're gonna go here with this. Type, pick your, what do you want to do with it? I would leave it, you can add shadows and background. I would just leave it the default, and you can add your own effects later, or if you like the presets. These are presets, because you can do something similar to this yourself. Like, oh, this is pretty cool. Like maybe something like that. So I would type in, okay, like my username. Okay, and then okay, here, okay, and then we're going to okay, there's that. Okay, make sure you go onto the select tool to resize it. Okay, but what I would do before we start anything, make sure you're on this. Okay, and okay, once you're done with that, drag it on here. Okay, so that you can edit a lot better. You can see how it would look here. Okay, and then we're gonna go. Okay, double click on it. Okay, and then edit your text. Okay. Resize it to however you want. Okay. Okay, like right about there. Kind of like that, something like that. And then now we can edit the text, so we're gonna highlight it. Okay, make sure it's highlighted, and then just make sure it changes to whatever text you want. I usually highlight it. I think you don't have to, but I would do it anyways just to make sure that it gets changed. Okay, and find the text that you want. I'm gonna go to SF. It's kind of like it's a custom Transformers font. I like that font. I use that font once in a while. Where is it? Okay, okay, SF Trans Robotic. Ooh, or Ruby Rocket Pants. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this one. Okay. I was looking for this one because I'd rather use this because it looks pretty cool. And then change the color of it. Change the color here. Okay, we don't want it to be that color, yellow from the preset. We want it to be red. And we don't want, since it's got, it's like a gradient color. So make sure maybe you want it to be red here again too. Okay, red there. And this one. Okay, we want red here. Okay. Okay, and then here we want red here. Okay. Oh, did it get changed to red? Okay, so red here. Okay. Okay, there's that. I would probably recommend doing the default because look at all this. Outer stroke now because of the preset. It's going to take you a while to change the preset. I would do it manually yourself because you would get the look that you want a lot faster instead of just modifying the preset. Yeah, okay, and then okay, and back to here again. Okay, solid, or get rid of it, uncheck this. Some of it you might want to check it. Okay, see this? Look at it again. Outer stroke, I'm gonna make it black. Okay, black on the outer stroke. Okay, like that. Okay, I like that. Okay, that best. And then now double click it and resize it to. I wouldn't put 88 there. I'm gonna get rid of 88 because I only have 88 in my username because it wouldn't allow me to have it without when I created this. And then you can change because now I go by Brandon Parker Geek Tutorials, but my URL is still MasterSun. But anyway, yeah, it's just that when I first created the channel, I was only able to have 88, so I don't know. But anyway, okay. And then when I very first created my channel, I wasn't anticipating on doing tutorials until I did my very first tutorial on Sony Vegas. And now that's all I do on this channel. It's tutorials mostly. Sometimes I upload other stuff, but I ain't gonna upload too much other stuff that I do from the film school here. From now on, it's tutorials only, and that is all I'm uploading on this channel. And if I upload anything music, I will just be showing you what I did on it. Something like that, but other than that, it's mostly tutorials, pretty much. Okay, so then what you want to add a transition. Okay, so effects, go down here to your video transitions. So we have some of this already, color. Okay, audio transitions, that's for audio. Okay, we want to go to video transitions. And you can add, what I would do, oops, let's see, where did it go? Video transition, dissolves. I add dissolves. Additive, I would add an additive, okay, on this. So highlight, add the additive, and then resize it to whatever you want. Okay, like leave it to where it is, or like right here. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'd probably make it a little bit longer to right about here. See that? Depends on how long you want it for. Okay, I'll leave it there like that. The text might be a little bit too big. I'd resize it. I'd resize it some more, or move it around. Double click on it to edit it whenever you want. Okay, and resize it. Okay, and I would make it a little taller, probably, and then do this like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. And whatever suits you, whatever you like. And same thing like I did with the watermark that I created in Photoshop that I showed you when I animated it. You can animate it the same way. You just go to, okay, go to your motion on it. Okay, motion. Okay, and then position, time, stopwatches. Anytime you, like I said, have it checked, it's ready to animate. You click. It warns you, which is a good thing, that you're deleting anything that you added. But make sure that you have the cursor, the slider. Make sure that it's at wherever you want it to start. Then check it. Because if you do it like when the cursor's in the middle or something and you didn't want it to start there, you might have some problems animating. Okay. And so what I'm going to do again, I would render this sequence, render entire work area. Okay, and now it's going to be all green. And you, like I said, you don't notice anything, like if it was lagging or not, because I got a really good computer. And it was the only way I was, because I came from, well, I wasn't a Mac user first. I was a PC, as most people, they start on PC. Some people are lucky and they start on Mac first, but most people know Windows pretty well and started on it. So, okay, so I came from Windows. In order for me to get back, because I still I praise Apple, everything Mac, but in order for me to like Windows again and to accept it, because Apple is very expensive. The new computer that I wanted, $10,000, the Mac Pro. I was looking into it and I was like, well, let's see, I'll try to give Windows another chance, see why did I not like it before. And I looked into it a lot more when I got this computer that I have now. And the reason why I didn't like Windows before, for one reason, my computer wasn't fast enough, didn't have a good graphics card, everything was too slow, 32-bit, which is not fast. 64-bit operating system is a lot better, and a lot more RAM, a better graphics card. Everything is so good that part of me still wants to go back, still wishes I was able to go back to a Mac, but I can still accept my computer now because it's perfect for gaming. It's an Alienware Aurora R4, and it's pretty cool, so it's really good for that, and it's really good for editing. I still get that Windows issue sometimes. If you know anything about Linux, I would try using Linux, but you still have to get into Windows and stuff. I would do like VirtualBox, something like that. And if you want to know anything more about Linux and anything you want, and jumping kind of like what you do on a Mac and Windows, you can run them side by side, like with Parallels Desktop. If you have a Mac, you could do that. And on Windows, they have like VirtualBox, and VirtualBox is a free virtualizing software to virtualize your computer. So I'll get more into that in another video if you want to run two operating systems side by side. So if you want to run Linux and Windows side by side, because you're always going to need Windows for something. Even if you have a Mac, you're also going to be needing to use Windows, because like Windows, almost like everybody pretty much has Windows, and because Windows is the cheapest operating system. And of course, Linux is free, but not too many people know about it. Like, it's like in the dark side, and people who are like into computers and technology, and people who are like me, that's how they know about Linux. So you would virtualize it, and this is the program that I used for in the tutorial here, because that's pretty much it. I would use VirtualBox. I do this. Okay, this is the program that I use, and I have Linux. I'll get into it later, because this video ain't about it. I would do that, and then it's just a virtual machine. You're running it side by side, and you can drag and drop from Linux to Windows, and you can use them side by side with each other. Make sure you have a good computer, and anything that you're doing, like what I do, you're gonna need a good graphics card, good RAM. I'd say if you're no less than 16 gigabytes if you're trying to do stuff that I'm doing. 8 gigabytes can get you pretty far, but gaming, editing, all that stuff, I would recommend 32 gigabytes if you can afford it. I got this computer for like $4,000, pretty close around there. It's like, to be exact, 3,600, somewhere around there. Still a little bit closer to 4,000. I got a couple accessories. I got the Tactex keyboard for the Alienware and a couple monitors. So yeah. And then if you want to add my webcam that I had to get, because it doesn't have a built-in, because it's not a laptop. Usually laptops have built-in webcams. But actually, it's really good to have a portable webcam, because nowadays portable webcams can sit on top of a stand. You can have a tripod, whatever, and you can sit them on there. You can place it to wherever you want. You just gotta be careful, because it still has a cord, like my Logitech webcam that I'm using to record this. It has a cord on it, so I can only go so far with it with my tripod. So in a way, it's good. It's not wireless, which I think they do have some. I didn't look into that, where they have USB ones, but it doesn't really matter. What I have for right now is works okay for me, and really I just sit it on top of my monitor anyway. So yeah, that's it on this tutorial video showing you how to edit inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, adding text, editing a little bit, and stuff, how to get into it a little bit more. And I wanted to show you a little bit more, because some people in my very first tutorial on this program, they were like saying, I don't know how to use Adobe Premiere Pro, this tutorial sucks. But it has a lot of views, so I got a lot of positives mixed in with some negatives, but I wanted to prove to those people that were saying, he doesn't know anything about what he's talking about in Adobe Premiere Pro, I know how to use this. You just got to ask me your questions, like what do you guys want to know, and I'll do my best to show you guys what you want to know inside of Adobe Premiere Pro. So, because pretty much what I'm doing is what I feel like people are having a problem with, when I may have not showed you my very first tutorial, because this is my third tutorial on this. So yeah, so that's it on this video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out this tutorial on Adobe Premiere Pro. Please subscribe for more tutorial videos that I do, video editing, all that stuff, many tutorial stuff. I even do web coding and all that stuff. So if you want to know anything computer related with editing, web designing, Photoshop, photo editing, all that stuff, just hit me up in the comments. Hashtag MasterSun Tutorials on Twitter, and all that links down below in the description box. And if you want to talk about gaming, hashtag Fantasy Art Gaming. All of that will be in the description box down below, to where I'm at on the internet, and where to talk about on Twitter about gaming and tutorial stuff. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching this tutorial video on Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'll talk to you guys later in my next tutorial that I do. And if you've got questions, just bring them to me, and I'll do my best to answer them. And if I can't answer them or fast enough for you on here on YouTube, get with me on Facebook or Twitter. I will answer you a lot faster there, because I tend to like to answer what you have questions for there than I do on my on my YouTube videos, because I'm uploading so many YouTube videos, especially on my gaming channel, because my gaming channel is like my everyday channel. So I'm busy there uploading videos there almost every day, and I really can't answer all of my questions that I get from in the comments. So try asking me on Twitter or Facebook, so if you got questions, hit me up there and try to add me on Facebook or whatever, and I will add you. Just let me know that you're a subscriber, that you know me from YouTube, and you see my videos from anywhere, even my gaming channel, wherever you see me at. And of course, if you're watching this video, you see me on MasterSun88. So, yep, that's it. Thanks for watching this tutorial video on Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'll talk to you guys later. Click that like button. It helps me out a lot when you do, because you don't know how much it does. It really does help me out a lot when you click that like button. And I'll talk to you guys later in my next video. Thanks for watching.